let's see the quick demo of how easily create a large language model from the scratch using the 7 steps. And this is that final steps where we can test it. So this is the last steps, and above 7 step actually we just prepared to that model. And this model also actually we have that GGUF file, and also is a models massive net llama model, and that using that massive.llama model we can just get that prompt and get that answer. So once you execute that, so I am get this answer over here. So how easily actually build this model and get that answer properly, this accurate question, so that we will trying to build over here. So let's moving to start implementation. So before we start implementation, I'm especially recommend if you first time visit my channel real world devs, so you can learn any other things like AI integration, full stack dev, game, cloud, mobile, and over here you can just learn many as a full stack development, front end, back end, and AI coding, and many others. Moving to implementations, so first of all I'll just open Google Colab, which is a free, and just log in account, and you are able to see this Google Colab link, and then simply you can just new notebook. So basically we will try in notebook in Google Colab, so that if you don't have any specific system which require the specific GPU and all, so you also can continue using this Google Colab. But yeah, later on definitely we will do in our local system as well, at least which have that specific VRAM and all. So simply this is that the page of that Google Colab. So before start proceeding, we need to actually connect our GPU. So you can just go with this connect and change type, and then here you have to change that runtime, whatever default, I guess you can choose this Python 3, and also you need to go with T4 GPU, so which is actually provide at least 15 GPU in this cloud, so we can utilize that, and also 100 GB for free space over here. So that's why actually we'll trying to use over here and save it. Once you're done, now we are connected with T4 GPU. Okay, so this is done. This is all that prerequisition actually, and when and now we can proceed our step by steps. So what is my first step? First step actually we have to install some package. So for package we can just use a package over here. So what package we need? We need simply use transforms and also GGUF package, which will create actually GGUF file, and also this transformers actually helps to create your LLM model, right? So first let me just simply execute that. So again it is asking me to cannot connect on a GPU backend now. So what I'll do, simply I can go with this connect with GPU. Now start to installation. So see there's a two package they're trying to installation, so let them to complete. So once complete, now we can see that step 1 is complete and properly installed. So once you're done, now we have to go to that next step. So next step actually you can just simply click on this code, so it will just create another cell where I can write that second step. So simply I'll just use this second step, which nothing, just create a few question and answer over here, which we will train in our model and build our model, right? So these are that model, and also here a few things actually we just do over here, right? So yeah, just open this file and just create another file and keep it all that question answers over there. That's it, nothing is special over here, right? So simply execute that, and now it is got done, and also it is a whatever just created like 304 lines, and also character is 73 characters. That's it. Now moving to third step. So yeah, let me just create another cell. Now third step would be tokenizer setup. So we need to actually, third step is a tokenizer. So whatever actually that question answer and all, we will create a token and we will keep it somewhere in a memory. Okay, so yeah, this is the third step where we use the torch and then read, and in here we can just simply read this whatever file, we just keep it in step 2, we just read over here, and then use the regular expression and get that word symbol punctual over there, and also yeah, like this way, and then establish and clean unique word dictionary and as a vocabulary. So we are using this, and then also we can create a structural word to integer mapping like this way, and then we can reconstruction token back to natural readable text layout. So using this code actually we are doing that, and also this convert entire dataset into a structural token vectors. So using this code actually we are doing that, and also we have to update sequence block setting word limit. So these are the setting actually we need to do over here, and also if you need long enough and hold full pair question answer, so yeah, we will do later, but as of now we are using a simple, right? And yeah, later on definitely we'll do that, and also we'll check that okay, currently it is using a CUDA or CPU, so that we will trying to also set the device based on that, and then finally create a function where I train the model. Okay, so simply execute that, and now we just create a tokens, dataset tokens, which is 26640, and also dictionary size would be 2.6. Okay, so now my tokenization is done. Now we have to do some model configuration. So step 4 we have to do model configuration. So again we have to just create another cell and just paste our code, and here we just use transformer. Okay, and here we just set our model configuration. So these are the way we have set that our model configuration. So yeah, it is actually depend on your data set. So currently we are using on a small data set, so I'll just use that, and yeah, later on definitely we will do large data set, so yeah, accordingly we have to change it over here. And yeah, I think that pretty much good. So we can simply execute that step 4, which is model configuration. Once that also got done over here, so once done step 4, so now moving to next step, which is step 5, which is a very important actually. So here actually once you complete above step, so now 5 step is a training loop. So whatever the data actually we just prepare as a tokenizer, right? So we need to just train the data, so that whenever we ask the question, whatever that question, so they can just prepare that answer based on the train the data. So if your train data is accurately, definitely you will get that accurate data. So here that very important part. So yeah, as of now see there is a setting actually max iterates and allow interval, and based on that also we just fetch the data, losses data and the value data. So what I need to do currently, actually we are using very small set of data, like we have that 3 or 4 questions just for demo perspective actually, or also is there an initial level where we can just understand how actually that model actually works, or how actually we can prepare a model from the scratch, so we can clearly understand, right? So like how actually model works. So yeah, this is the way actually very easy way. So what I'll do in the 5 step, simply currently I'll just use this, I think no, 150 not required, so much. And also we can use this 50 intervals, and then use 5 or 10, whatever. Yeah, so it's a very small data, so I can use. But yeah, definitely upcoming session we will use a large set of data, so we actually change accordingly and we can prepare our model. Okay, so now we are good to train our data. So simply I can execute these steps, and now it is start to train. So here also just provide that information like train loss and value loss. Okay, so yeah, now it is just going to step 0, then 50, 100, and then 159. Okay, so actually they iterate 150, right? So yeah, it just steps reach to 150 iteration. This is just completing the data, obtain the data. So now moving to next steps, which is create over here. And next step actually we have to use our target Hugging Face dictionary. So let me just use this. Yeah, so simply we'll just create another dictionary, vocabulary dictionary, as like targeted Hugging Face. So yeah, we can simply create that. It is a very simple. And also we just create a path, and over here we just create all the dictionary. So if you go to over here and just go to this folder, and they just prepare all that dictionary and vocabulary text over here, right? So that's it actually. So moving to next steps. So this is that another steps which is required to create GGUF file, which we'll do later, use the GGUF file to run in our local Ollama or llama.cpp. So yeah, we will do later, but yeah, let me just create this one also. So yeah, it is just very simple step. Using the transformation on a GGUF, we can just use these steps and prepare the GGUF file, right? And also it will just available over here, the GGUF file. So I can just simply execute that. So once you're done, now see that clean execution, and yeah, the GGUF file also done. And yeah, LLaMA tokenizer use this no vocal. Okay, so yeah, I think this is fine. And also this file is generated over here. So now this GGUF file we can utilize in our this llama.cpp and also Ollama. Okay, but that we will do in later itself. Also in here we will use additional steps where we can install this GGUF file or use the GGUF file and get that answer. But currently we will get that answer from this itself, this massive net llama, which we can just create a dictionary object and all. So this is basically our object, or this is our model right now. So we will try to use this to get that answer and check that how accurately actually they provide that answer. So now this is that last step which will get that ask that question and get that answer. Okay, so let me just create another step, and in here, so yeah, the word level interface demo. So what I'll try to do, simply I'm just get this massive.net llama and just get over there, and in here we just use all other steps over there to utilize that model. And then over there we can ask this question. So yeah, this is our prompt over here, like how to register service in this .net dependency or container, right? And then we will get that answer over here, right? So what I'll do simply is nothing, just get that prompt and get that answer and simply execute that. So once it's up complete, if you go back to down, so result over here, now see I'm getting the result over here. Like this is my question, how do you register service in dependency injections container? So yeah, this is that questions, and this is also answer. Like this is the way actually we need to register in over here, and yeah, this is that actually basically answer. So yeah, you can just compare this answer in your data set. So if you go up in here, so yeah, check this, yeah, how to register. So yeah, simply I can see this is the same answer they just provide over here, right? So that means it is accurately giving that result over here. There's no differences. So that means the properly model is created and it is properly trained and provide that complete information, right? So that's how actually we can build a large language model in locally. But yeah, in upcoming session, definitely whatever the GGUF file we just created, right? So we will utilize in the next steps with the large set of data and all, and then we will test it also how we can just consume the GGUF file and then how they actually provide that correct information and all. So yeah, that pretty much good for this session. Thank you. Have a nice day, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.